Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a most excellent day today. Now, a few months back, there was a lot of talk and a little bit of drama about whether the fandom was pay to win. And I figured I would do a video for you dudes, essentially giving you 5 ways to win at the fandom without really paying for anything. And the final method might actually shock you. So stay till the very end to see what that one is. Okay, so the first method I'm going to mention is probably the easiest way to enjoy the furry fandom for free, and that is to just enjoy it on social media. So things like Facebook and Twitter and places like that, Furfinity even, just going on there and enjoying the content and vibing what other people are doing in the furry fandom. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be getting nitpicky right now and saying, oh, but you have to pay for the computer and the electricity and all this, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, you do. But you'd be paying for them anyway just for existing in the UK or US or whatever, and going on the internet. You'd have to have them, or you could just go on your phone or whatever. So those are not wholly and exclusively, for the furry fandom. So they don't count, dudes. And you may be thinking, oh, but what do I actually get out of that other than, vibing with furries on the internet? You will find a lot of free art competitions, or free adoptables, or any number of things on the internet that furry's doing for free that you can take advantage of. And yeah, it's not guaranteed that you'll win the free art, but there's always a chance. And to be honest, this is how most furries start in the furry fandom. They enjoy a little bit on Facebook or whatever. They watch furries doing furry shit on YouTube, and they enjoy just vibing in furry space on Twitter. So it's no different from what most furries started out doing in the fandom. Now, next up is a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more involved, and that is going to your local fur meets. And this can be done for free, because most local fur meets, like my local fur meet for the moment, they don't charge for your attendance. If you've got 2 feet and a pair of shoes, you can walk on down there from wherever you live and enjoy the local fur meet. Now, I realise that not everyone can do that. Some people live out in the boonies of Australia, and the local fur meet is 200 miles away, and they're like, "G'day, mate, a bit of a stroll, wasn't it, lad?" But, for the most part, most furries have a local fur meet within, at least short bus ride distance. It's no more expensive than going out for a drink with the lads, and it gets you the benefits of socialising, meeting all the new furries in person, seeing all the YouTube stuff in real life, so getting to experience fursuits in person. And if you're lucky, maybe one of those fursuiters will be like, "Do you want to try my suit on?" And you get to experience fursuiting possibly. So yeah, fur meets, another free way to enjoy the fandom, without paying a fortune. It's essentially pay what you want at this point. And the next part about how you can enjoy the furry fandom for free is a bit of a, big brain moment, right? And that is, you can actually have relationships with furries. You can meet furries and become romantically involved in them. And guess what? It's free. You don't have to pay money to do that. I mean, money in its advantage. Money can help with relationships, but it's not essential. I know plenty of people who don't spend a penny on imperfectly happy relationships. So, big brain moment. If you want to enjoy your fandom even more, get with someone else who is also in the fandom and enjoy it together. It doesn't have to be a lonely thing where you're on your own, complaining about having no money. You can be with a significant other, both complaining about having no money. Now, I know a fair few of you people out there will be saying, "Oh, but I want to go to furry conventions, and I can't go to furry conventions without money. What are you going to say about that, Shrapnel?" Well, I'm going to bring you to my next point, and that is, you can attend furry conventions without spending money. And how do you do that, you may be asking? And it is a very simple answer. You volunteer at the furry conventions. Now, it varies from con to con what kind of benefits package they give you. But I'm going to be quoting Further Confusion for this one, because they actually give you free registration if you volunteer at the con, or a discount on, super sponsors and whatever. But we're looking at the free side of things here. So free registration at the con. Also, free food all day if you need it. I mean, are you seeing the pattern here? Registering at fur cons gets you benefits. You get to enjoy the furry convention experience for free, or as good as free. I mean, you still have to buy a hotel room, yeah, okay, whatever. But check out their website. It says that you don't have to rush to get all the money in to get, or to beat the crowd and get in the hotel room, because the volunteers, they get in there first. And here's another benefit, here's another thing to consider, is that apparently you get to cut in the lines as a volunteer. So not only are you getting the furry convention experience for absolutely free, but again, a little bit of an advantage. You get to do furry cons and don't have to spend a fortune. Are you seeing where I'm going with this, dudes? And like I said, it varies from convention to convention. This is using the Further Confusion website as an example. But, you can experience fur cons without experiencing FurCon prices. So before we get to that final point in this list, I do want to remind everyone that I do have a Patreon. If you want to support me to make more excellent videos like this, and for me to enjoy the fandom without quite spending as much money, consider joining my Patreon. Help me out, dudes. Also, I have a Discord server where you can come meet some dudes and chill out and hang out with a bunch of most excellent people. Lots of awesome artists in there, and they occasionally offer free art. So, again, in line with this video, consider joining my Discord. Anyway, on to that final and most important point of this video that really make you go duh, and that is that you could become a furry creator. And that's not just like learning to draw or learning to make fursuits or anything like that. It includes becoming a furry YouTuber, but become someone who produces something for the furry fandom. And through that, instead of having to spend money on being a furry, you may find you're actually making money on being a furry. So you learn to draw, you get good enough at drawing, suddenly you're taking commissions. It's no longer a case of you spending money to get, furry art of your character. Now you're making money drawing other people's characters. And someone right now is screaming at YouTube saying, but Shrapnel, it costs money to learn how to draw. What bollocks does it? I am self-taught on the whole furry drawing thing. I am doing commissions for customers, it is entirely me going, how do I do this? And yeah, it varies from people to people, but you will find something that you can do within the furry fandom that you can then, say to people, do you want me to do this for you for money? And suddenly you are making money. So rather than the furry fandom being paid to win, so to speak, suddenly it's being paid to win. And again, the tools you need to get going, they're cheap as chips, a pencil, some paper. You can do sketches. You can get an art tablet for 50 quid on Amazon, which is what I did. And then suddenly you're doing digital art, because all the programs you can find a free version somewhere. No longer is it a case of I can't afford to do furry stuff. It's I can afford to do furry stuff because furries are paying me to do furry stuff. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, all that good YouTuber stuff. Other than that though, I hope you have a most excellent weekend. An amazing, tomorrow, and an outstanding, Wednesday. And I will see you guys in the next video, okay? Take care, ta-ra.